nerds, welcome back to the Nerdy Narrative. My name is Leslie Smith, and today we're going to talk about book 2 of the Salem Hawley series, Borne of the Deep. This is a series by Michael Patrick Hicks, and it is my favorite horror series I've read in 2020. Phenomenal. But like I said, we're talking about book 2 today. If you haven't already, the very first book of that series is The Resurrectionists. I will put the link up above of a non-spoiler review so you can take a look to see if it is a series that you're interested in, but definitely do not watch this one any further if you haven't already read that book. As you can see, we got another little 131 page novella. You can definitely read it in the afternoon, and you probably will. It is that good. It is even better than the first one, but on a whole different level. Like, the first one is amazing and phenomenal. This one takes it up there. The story is continued and it's different. The horrors are even scarier and just, woo. Yeah, I don't know. We can talk about that once you've read it. But once again, the cover art was designed by Patrick Hicks. I did talk to the author because I was begging him for when book 3 was going to be out, and I was like, please tell me that he's going to do the cover for the third one as well. And he's like, I'm working on it, so we hope so. But I'm absolutely living for these covers. They are phenomenal. Totally worth adding to your collection just for the cover art alone. Secondly, this series is outstanding. I love the historical nature of it. I didn't think anything could get worse than those albino spider-like things that were in the first one, but you know, Michael Patrick Hicks slapped me upside the head and said, oh, you don't think I can do better than that? Wait till you read this book. Ooh, I buddy read it with Brad Proctor, and we both, when we read a certain chapter, it's kind of like a historical fiction purge back in the day kind of thing going on. But when we read this particular chapter, y'all, I was not ready. I mean, I thought, oh my gosh, I was really, you know how you have to sometimes, I mean, I was like reading one eye closed and one eye like barely open, squinting, because you gotta read it. Can't get to the end by skipping the middle. So I'm like trying to, see just enough to get from point A to point B. Oh man, it was amazing. It was such a journey. This book constantly had my pulse racing. So now you know how it made me feel. So let's talk a little bit about what the story's about. So Salem Hawley is being sent by Dr. Bailey, who is one of the doctors that was involved in the New York riot, and unbeknownst to Salem is one of the ringleaders responsible for bringing those horrors into our reality. So Dr. Bailey saves Salem's life because Salem was attacked during the riot. Dr. Bailey tells Salem, you know what, you're indebted to me. I know you can't afford to pay me for my services, but what you can do to help us both is you can travel to Arkham and get the grimoire back, the Al-Azif. Tell Salem that book is what's responsible for all of this, and the doctor who took it and ran, she's gonna do terrible things, and I need you to go get this book and bring it to me so I can destroy it. Salem's like, you know what, I really do need to do this for 2 reasons. 1, I do need to repay the doctor for saving me, and 2, that book needs to be destroyed. We do not need this happening again. So in this story, we're following Salem as he travels to Arkham, Massachusetts, and once he gets there, he sets about trying to locate this doctor. And the things that he uncovers along the way are insane. He's got no help. Instead, he's just getting impeded time and time again. The only ally he has is a woman named Louise Lemarche, who is thought to be a witch. And it turns out she actually knows of this doctor, and she also knows of the grimoire. And she is also searching for this tome. They are united in their effort that they need to find this tome and destroy it. Well, all I'm going to tell you is all hell breaks loose It is insane. The nice thing about the addition of the witch Louise to the story is she also actually explains what they're up against. You know, in the Resurrectionists, we're not sure what's going on, like what these things actually are. We just know that those doctors use those incantations from Al-Azif to bring them through the fabric of reality to our world. But we don't know like where they came from or anything like that. Well, in this book, that gets developed, and Louise actually explains what God it is and what is at stake and what the agreement was between the esoteric order of doctors in the first book and the God that they're up against. It is the most fantastic historical horror I can remember reading in a very, very long time. I am a huge fan of this series, a huge fan of the author. I cannot wait to get my hands on book 3. I'll keep you guys updated when book 3 shows up on the horizon so you'll know. I cannot say enough good things about the author or this series. And not only read it, but you definitely need these beautiful covers in your collection for sure. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me to chat about Borne of the Deep by Michael Patrick Hicks today. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed reading it. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.